Welcome back. Another edition of the Down and Back with CornDoug here, presented by Octane Cornhole. This week we've got results from KW. We've got the standings from KW. We have the Peterborough results. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to get the Guelph results or the Mitchell or the Peterborough. Sorry, we got the Peterborough ones. We do not have Mitchell or Dundas this week. I wasn't able to get it in time before we recorded here, but we do have first time the Cornhole Newfoundland. From St. John's, we have their results from their first night. They had a great night on Wednesday night, had 34 players out. And by all accounts, it was a pretty good time there. So we got that. And then also we're going to get fresh off his competitive division doubles championship for the Canada Conference #1. We got Phil Tavares here from the KW Cornhole organization. He's been an up-and-coming thrower. He's been with us a couple of years. And I think he's ready to make that next step up. So we'll have a chance to talk with him. So we'll get to our KW results. As you can see, Scott Sullivan took the win this week. I believe he had a perfect record. He had 126. So he was 6-0. Great job there. Jamie Cowan in second. New guy, Dennis Paul. He's been around for a little while. Hasn't had a chance to get out too much, but Dennis comes in third. We then had George Vargas out of Toronto. He finished fourth. Dean Lang was able to pick up the fifth spot there. So a little shake up in the standings here. Jamie Cowan will stay at first. Scott Sullivan bumps up to second spot. Adam Duncan coming in third. Mark Larcher, he was in fourth. And Dean Lang coming in fifth. So that's our standings right there, our top five. Really, everyone is just kind of within about 20 points. Jamie's got about a 21-point lead, but then everyone else is just stacked up right behind him. We'll then move on to Peterborough. Peterborough results, Dave Hubbard, Dylan Heffernan finishing first. Steve Gibson, Jake D finishing second. Adam Hubbard finally got knocked off that top spot in Peterborough after 2 weeks up there. He finishes third with his partner, Joe Pasqua. Then on to Cornhole, Newfoundland. Like I said, I talked to Sean. They had a great time. 34 players out. And they played a blind draw doubles there. So Dion Kuza, Albert Parsons, first time they're the first winners in Cornhole, Newfoundland. They finished first. Jackie Lee, Mike Edwards finishing second. David Walker, Matthew Nippard finishing third. Like I said, they had a great time. 34 players out. I think they had like 8 boards set up. They had a really great time there. So really great to see. I do not have a banner up for this year, but we had Wednesday night in Kitchener. We had a little fun time at the museum there. Taking the win there. We had a new partnership there just for Wednesday night was Dean Lang, Jeff Shantz taking the win with Jamie Cowan, Steve Pohl finishing second. Third went to Matt Plyle and Paul Marshall, and then myself and my partner, Corey Goldbeck, finishing fourth. We had a couple new teams out there, which were great to see. Just out having some fun. And but yeah, hopefully they'll be getting coming out to our league soon. So that's our results portion. We're gonna get to our interview now here with Phil Tavares. Got Phil coming in here. Phil, welcome to the Down and Back of CornDoug.
How's it going, Doug?
So like I said, you're fresh off your competitive division win there with your partner Dave Dobbin at the last Conference Cup there. How'd you think you threw there?
Well, I shot lights out. I know Dave did as well for the start of the tournament anyways. I mean, moving forward, we kind of slowed down in terms of that. But the first tournament was really well. We shot really good. And in terms of stats that Matt provided us with, we did a really great job. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I was able to do some commentary for that there with Jamie Cowan and I. And I think if I remember correctly, you guys double-dipped Adam Hubbard and Annette Burgess there. And I think we were looking at the stats, and you guys were, I think you were about 8.5 points around. You guys were just throwing some lights out.
We were at the, like I said, at the start of that tournament. We got going. We got in some great practice rounds, and our bags were just falling. Like I said, we started off really well and then just slowed right down. But I mean, we had fun and we enjoyed the atmosphere. It was a great environment, and you guys are all great too. So I really thank you guys for doing it and getting me involved and getting me really addicted to this thing, because I really feel like it's going to be a big thing moving
Yeah.
forward.
So then, like I said, you've kind of been around for a couple years now.
Yeah.
So how did you get your start then in with cornhole then?
I honestly just came out on a Monday night at Edelweiss with Dave. He got me, said, "You want to come out for cornhole?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And I came out, and neither of us could even hit the board. Uh, Even for a couple weeks there, we couldn't even really hit the board. But I knew it was something I could do, and I knew it was something I could get good at. And here I am today, competing with the best. I mean, I'm not really up to par with the best, but on any given night, anybody can win. And if I shoot well, then I can beat them too. So it's really basically that's all it takes, is you just go out and just throw and have fun. And if you do well, you do well. If you don't, then it's on to next week.
Yeah, no, because like you did well in the doubles, but you've also come along with your singles game as well too.
Yeah, I have. I've beaten a couple top players on some nights, and other nights I don't shoot too well. But the thrive is there, the motivation's there, and I'm really committed, and I'm really willing to give this a shot and see where things go in the next couple years.
Yeah, so I know we've talked, and you're thinking about heading down to Cleveland for the national down there, just to guess to measure up to see just how where you're standing there.
Yeah, I want to go for the experience. I mean, my expectations aren't the highest, but in terms of an experience, getting down there and playing with those guys down there that they've been playing for a lot longer than I have. Just competing with them and trying to get to that level. I mean, if it's not in the next couple months, eventually in the next couple years for sure, to get up to that level, and then compete at that highest level eventually. That's the big game there. But for the experience alone, it'll be my first time going to the States and playing in those type of environments and atmospheres. So I'm really excited, and I'm really anticipating that maybe I can do well and make a name for Canada cornhole, because it's up and coming. So the whole goal here is to become, at least a little bit as big as what it is in the States.
Well, exactly. I know for myself going down to the States. I know we've talked a couple times here that you've got the right attitude for going down there your first time, because we have it up here. We see the way it is up here, and going down there, you're just kind of you're in the bright lights, and it's just what have I got myself into there? Because we go from our regular four boards, our regular nights or our tournaments, and down there you're in rooms with like 50 boards, and there's like just a ton of games going. But you've got like the right attitude just to go down there and just kind of see where you're at.
That's what I mean. You go down, you have fun, you throw bags, you drink some beers. There'll be people down there giving you pointers, giving you advice, and you take all that into consideration. And like I said, just throw bags and have fun. I mean, I'm addicted. It's an addiction for me, and to go down there and experience it firsthand is really something that I'm excited for. To see where things go, moving forward.
Yeah, because I know I've
It's
seen.
really,
I know you're kind of coming up to standings here. I'm not sure exactly where you're at for our league here for this session, but I know you were right up there. The last session, like I said, you've kind of really come along, and it's just it's been really noticeable for us guys that have been around for a little while, just to see how much you've progressed kind of coming up.
well, it's just the thing. The fight. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So when you go up against guys like Jeff and Jamie, it makes it betters your game. Going against better players, you're gonna get better yourself. So the more you play against guys like that, the better you're gonna get. So when you go down to the States, basically everybody is going to be as good as they are and consistent as they are, but
Mhm.
you just have to have your head in the game and just get in a zone. And if you shoot well, then you can shoot well and you can win. But it's not all about winning too. Like I said, I have a good time, and I just love the sport. I've
Well,
played sports my whole life, so I already have that kind of mentality. So it's really it's going to be really fun the next little bit to kind of experience those bigger tournaments and bigger atmospheres and more people and better players. And I'm pumped for it. I'm really pumped for it.
yeah, just looking here, I'm seeing that you're right now you're sitting eighth in our league standings, which is actually pretty good because you're really, it's I think you're what, like 7 points out of being out of fifth, and I think and everyone there is just within 10 points. So you've
Yeah.
got the real shot at coming up there. And then also looking, you're number 12 in the WCO Canada. So you're not a slouch thrower. You've been really, kind of throwing lights out, like we said.
It's basically just coming out every Monday night, coming out to the tournaments, trying to have that commitment there, because if you don't, you miss a night or you miss a tournament or something like that, then you're not getting those points, right? So my main goal is to keep coming every Monday, playing in the KW Cornhole, going to the tournaments. I mean, as much as I can, and just keeping that consistency in terms of points, so that I can be right up there when worlds come. And when worlds come, then regardless of my situation, regardless of like what standing I am in, what rank I'm in, then it all goes up from there too. So it's exciting, and it's going to be a big thing, and I'm really hoping that it becomes a big thing.
Yeah. So in regards to future tournaments, then, do you think you and your partner Dave will maybe make the step up to come up to the
Well,
advanced section, or?
I've talked to Dave actually this past Monday night, and if we continue to be partners, then we are going to play in the advance. We are going to push ourselves because of how well we did in the competitive division. There's really there's nothing really. You go into that same division again, and you have the same kind of opponents, and we shoot the same as we did at the WCO. Um, we're gonna basically win again, right? And
Mhm.
it's not always about winning, it's about getting better as a partnership and getting better as individual team members. So when we play better players, that'll just better our game as well.
Yeah.
We will be moving forward to the advanced division moving forward. So that'll be a step, and it'll be hard to do maybe at first, but we're both gonna stick with it. So time will always tell how much better we get.
Well, I know for myself, I'm not looking forward to playing against you guys with your 8.5 point rounds for Corey and I. It's just because you guys
Yeah,
are going to be a team that's gonna be on the map for sure.
that's what I mean. I mean, it's we played well the one tournament. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from that, but moving forward, consistency wise, playing against better players and playing in those tournaments more often, I would like. Really hoping that that consistency level stays the same in terms of that. So
Okay.
we'll see, but we'll be making the jump, and it's just gonna better ourselves too, right? So I'm
Hmm.
excited for that.
Yep. So I want to thank you for this here, for your time here, coming on to talk, and I know we'll be seeing you Sunday here coming up. I believe. I don't know if you'll make the trip to the Edelweiss. I know you're not as interested in the football game as what you really wanted to be, but
This this is true, but unfortunately, I have some other plans watching Super Bowl every year with the family and stuff like that. So I won't be there on Sunday, but definitely count me in on Monday. I'll be there again for league, and I'm excited. Like I'll be
yep.
there every Monday, and just hope for the best. Come out, and the commitment has to be there. If you commit to it and you like it and you get addicted to it, It all goes up from there. I actually just got my coworker involved. He's come out for 2 weeks now, and he's addicted. He
Yeah.
wants his boards, he wants his bags. Like, he is as hooked as I am. Now, after a year and a year and a half, he's addicted and as committed as anyone could be after only 2 weeks of play.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're
So
saying.
that just
We
shows
just
you got to get people out.
exactly. You just get people out, and once they start throwing, they're kind of hooked at the game. So
Yeah,
so exactly.
yeah, that's for sure.
So again, thanks for doing this here, and we'll catch you on a league night and Monday night, and we'll hope to start seeing your name up in the top 5 here in the very near future.
I hope so, Doug, and thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate the interview, and I'm looking forward to many more great things to come.
Exactly. Okay, thanks for this again, and we'll catch you on Monday.
Perfect. Thanks, Doug.
Okay. Phil Tavares there, like I said, he's a guy that's just, he's on the go. He's ready to go. He's, like I said, once Matt posted that they had 8.5 point rounds. Like for a competitive division, it was just, they were just lights out playing great. So it's going to get to our the CornDoug's hole shots here. Going to talk about some. I had a couple things in mind. I'm going to bring up just one thing here that kind of I noticed on Wednesday night. We were playing at our museum here because we had some really new players. Some people that had come out previous, and they said some new players that come out. So it becomes in. Trying to think of how to word this here because I've been kind of thinking about it all day. But we have new players coming out, and they had said they'd been out in our league before, and they kind of got beat really bad. They had a couple, a few 21-0s, and they were just like, oh, we're done coming out to the league until we can get better. But we hadn't seen them over a year, and then they decided to come out for this fun night at the museum. So you get to thinking, it's just, how do you get the new players involved more, and kind of keep them engaged when if you're in a league and they end up playing against the better players all the time. I know for us, we've changed from when those people were out before. Our league has changed to now doing a blind draw kind of. You got the new partner every game, so it's kind of, you've got new players playing with veteran players, so they're not really getting that, we call it getting waxed every game 21-0, because we know that's not fun, because even we had some of our players playing against them as regular teams just because of the way the tournament was run, and I had seen one game there where 3 ends, it was 21-0. It was a 7. Put up a 7, put up a 12, and then it was just next round you're putting up, you just need to put up 3 and it's done. So it's just, it's just finding that kind of good mix to have the new and the old players playing together. It's just, we've kind of, do you go and you just have a new league, a league just for a night for just new players, and then once they get good, they progress to the regular league? We're not sure. It's that kind of happy medium, because we tell people, new players, just go out and play. You want to play against the best, and it's going to make you better. But when you're just that fresh new player coming in and you're not sure how to throw the bags, you're not sure how to do anything, it's it can get almost demoralizing at times, I think, for them, just kind of watching the way they were. So I know the 4 teams that we had out there that were regular teams, I think did a great job of helping these new players out, watching them, giving them pointers. I know, like when I played, there was one team I played, the woman I was playing against, throwing against, she was just kind of tossing it there, which you don't need to throw that. It's just, when they're just learning, they don't need to throw that flat bag, but it's just showing them that when they're throwing down there, she was just wanting to go for the hole. She was trying to get that airmail all the time. She didn't know she didn't have to go for that airmail all the time. So it's just telling her, you know, you got the flat and the fast and the stick side of the bags to how you want to control. And then, you know, we have our logos on the board. So you know, the one board's got an Octane logo, another board's got the Allstate logo. So it's just aim for that logo. Try and aim for that middle part of the Octane logo. Slide the bag up. And I know our Allstate boards that we use for our league is just, you know, you got the Allstate logo with the hands, and just try and put it in the hands. You know, slide that bag up, and then that got her a little better. So it's just having, I guess what it is just trying to have your veteran players, you know, when they are playing those new players, just, you know, make sure that they're always helping out, because it's, you know, it's always nice to be the winner at times, but if we're going and we're waxing all these new players all the time, we're not going to have new players out. We're not going to be able to grow this game. So we got to always remember in the back of our heads, we got to grow this game and to make it fun for everybody. So that's going to lead into it's kind of, I'm not getting fully into my whole shot stuff, but that's the start of it. We're going to have part 2 next week. I'm going to put a question out on the down and back page, and I'd really like everyone to look at it, read it, and give your comments. And when you do make the comment, maybe I'll read it online here next week. But it's just another thing that we kind of ran into, and I know we had a big discussion on our Facebook chat. There's about 4 or 5 of us that have one, and we just kind of, the topic kind of crept in, but it's a talk that, you know, that almost everyone has to have. So we're going to have that next week. That's your little tip. Next week, we're going to have something a little more, I don't want to say controversial, but it could be, there was some really strong opinions to both sides. So look for that. I'm going to put that question out Monday on the Down and Back page. So if you're seeing that, read it, comment what your thoughts of it, because I really, really want to know what other people's thoughts on this are. So even your thoughts on just new players, how you deal with new players as a veteran player, make a comment on that. You know, it's always good just to see what other people's opinions are on stuff. So that's what I have. Next here we have some breaking news. So we had Sato Soto on having his breaking news. We had Trey Ryder on with his breaking news about the conference, the national number 3 being in Salt Lake City coming up. So here we've got breaking news on Canada Conference number 2 coming up. The graphic coming up, there it is right there. Saturday. Looks like I don't even know how to spell anymore. Saturday, February 29th, is going to be in Peterborough, Ontario, the Keystone Golf Club. It's going to be a fun time. The Peterborough League has just started up. They got some great throwers, so hoping to see some of those players. I know we got probably some people coming down from the north to play, and I know we got some other people in around that area that can play. We got, or even eastern part of Ontario, or if you're watching in Quebec, you're still only a few hours from there to come and play. But conference number 2, Saturday, February 29th, 2020, Peterborough, Ontario, Keystone Golf Club. There's going to be more info coming out on that very, very soon. You're going to want to sign up for that early to make sure you get in. I know we're going to be doing all of our conference stuff there, so it's not going to be a full day. I don't think there's going to be a regional, just going to be the Canada Conference number 2. So just mark that down, February 29th, Peterborough, Keystone Golf Club, and just keep watching online. Once I know some more info, I'll share that with everybody. But yeah, just it's going to be a great day in Peterborough to play some cornhole. Leading into that, there will be the national in Cleveland. I know Matt had put something out in the Canada Cornhole, Canadian Cornhole Players Facebook group. Just wanted to know if there's anyone in Canada who's wanting to go down. We're going to want to know that within hopefully the next couple of days, because he's got some hotel rooms already reserved in his name. We want to get that out. We want to know who's all going down. Who would want to team up in your doubles or your crew cup, whatever it may be. So just if you're thinking of going down and you're from the Ontario area here and you want to get together with us, let Matt Plow know at KW Cornhole. If you want some more info on it, you can send an email to info@kwcornhole.com. You can talk to Matt, and he'll give you all the info of what you'll need to do for going down and all of that. Then we're leading into back talking again here. We got our 100 subscriber contest. We need to get the 100 subscribers, and then we'll get that contest going. I know we're going to start doing a little bit more on Facebook as well. We're going to keep the YouTube page open, but yeah, we want to get that subscriber contest going as soon as we can, because I want to get some bags in your hand, some Octane bags in your hand, because I know that once you start throwing them, I know Wednesday night I felt really good throwing them, so I could be out of my slump, hopefully. So give us a like, give us a subscribe, make a comment, please. If you anything you want to see on here or whatever, make a comment on the YouTube video here, or on the page. Just let us know just what you think of the show. Everything is, because any feedback is just going to help me out for what you want to see on here. Also, let's get back to, you want the merchandise. You got the chance to get your CornDoug merchandise. Websites right there, teespring.com/stores/CornDoug's shop. You can go on there, anything you want to have. If you want to rep the down in the back with CornDoug at any of the shows or any events, just go and check that out. One thing I don't have a banner for is I noticed that Trey Ryder did put it up on Thursday, I believe. So yesterday, I guess that was yesterday. The ACLDN, the American Cornhole League Digital Network. You can download that from any app store. That is going to be free. There'll be free viewing this weekend for the Fort Lauderdale Kickoff Battle National Number 1. I was looking at the what kind of the schedule is for that there. I believe the pro singles are going to be on tonight, so that's Friday night. I believe that's starting around 3, with the pro doubles being tomorrow on the ACLDN. Or you can check out the ESPN app, or just ESPN itself if you're watching south of the border, just to check out some of that action. It's going to be great. Can't wait to see just if there's any new teams. I know we got Team Octane down there, PJ Sorrow, Mike Ferreira, Bobby Speary, all throwing the Octane bags down there. So it'd be great to see how they do down at that first national, the kickoff battle down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. That's it for the show this week. That's all we got. So we got the breaking news. We got February 29th, Keystone Golf Club, Peterborough, Ontario, Canada Conference, number 2. Come and check us out down there. Have some fun. I know there's going to be a bunch of people coming from this area up to Peterborough for that day to see what it's like. We haven't had a chance to get down to Peterborough yet. That will be our first time down there checking out some of that competition. It's going to be a great time. So keep throwing those bags, keep having fun, and let us know what you think of the show. Leave a comment here or on the Facebook page. Just let us know what you want to see, who you want to see. I know we got some great people lined up after this national down in Fort Lauderdale. We'll be talking to some of those people on just their experience down there and how it was for them. So keep watching, keep having fun, keep throwing those bags, and just having fun.